All right. So, hold up. There we go. Sorry about that. So, let me get to the right sticky note. I made like a little book with this. Anyways, so we're going to talk about why you should have a planner or a to-do list. There we go. So, first off, it keeps you organized. And then it helps you to know what will occur each day in your schedule, even though if it might change, you at least have a structured idea of how your day could possibly go, even though things may change throughout your day because unexpected things happen on a day-to-day basis in everybody's life. That's just how God designed us to live and how he designed us to have a life. Okay. So the other thing is that it prepares you for your day. You have a basic understanding of how your day could possibly go. Therefore, you are prepared and you know that even though if things do change, you're at least prepared for the things that you are aware of. And it'll help you clear your mind by not having everything you need to complete today or throughout the week just in your head. But when you have it written down or at least written somewhere that, hey, I have to do this today. I could check it off when I want to or cross it off when I'm complete. And I'm aware that I don't have to keep it up in my head because it's written down and I know where it's located. Keep that in mind. You have to be aware where you locate the things that you've written down, like your planner or to-do list, because if you don't know where that is, then it isn't really helpful. And actually, that will cause you more stress, which a planner and a to-do list is supposed to decrease the stress when you do it properly and accurately. And by doing that, and it also would decrease your anxiety because by having the things you need to get done written down somewhere that will remind you, hey, you need to complete this today. And you're aware where that thing is located, then that will just help you even more. Also, when it comes to having a planner or a to-do list, make sure the things that you need to complete that day are at the top because not every day you're going to complete everything on your list. But by having the necessary things that need to be completed that day at the top of your list, you'll most likely do it because people usually go down the list and complete one right after another. Sometimes some people may like pick and choose, but most of the people just like to go down the list. For me, example, I sometimes do that, sometimes I don't. It just depends. But if I'm aware that I have to get something done today, I will try to do that. Okay. So another thing with planners and to-do lists, you may get more completed just because you are more organized and more aware of what everything you have to or everything that you want to get done today, as well as everything you need to get done. So I would say keep everything you need to get done at the top and everything you want to get done at the bottom. And some things may change throughout. It doesn't have to stay the same. It's okay. Life is full of changes. Anyways, so you may be more productive because I said that how you would not have it just in your mind, but you also have it somewhere else. And a big thing with planners, you have to make sure you know where it's located. Otherwise, it doesn't help. So you may be more motivated and productive, and you could look forward to the excitement of like checking off or crossing off the thing from your planner or to-do list. For me, that is some excitement, like crossing off and large project that I finally got to complete, or I at least completed a portion of it, so it'll be less tomorrow. So yeah. You possibly could complete your task faster. You could possibly complete your tasks faster, like everything you need to get done as well as everything you want to get done. Or maybe you just like you possibly could fit everything in because you're aware of everything and you're not constantly thinking, wait, what was that other thing that I have to do? Because you have it written down in a planner or on your to-do list. All right. And then you'll also see your priorities. So these are like your needs that you need to complete today, that day. And like I said earlier, make sure that's at the top so that the only way you can miss it is if you skip over it. So yeah. Okay. And then you'll also probably see patterns throughout your day. Like, what are your habits? Are they good or bad? Do you need to improve these habits? How do you improve them? As well as, do you work better in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening? Like for myself, I tend to work better in the morning, maybe not right after I wake up, but give me 30 minutes and I'll be good to go, because I've learned that when it comes to evening, I tend to not be as productive. I tend to like push it to the side because I'm tired and exhausted and I just want to go to sleep, even though I should keep, even though it's not like time to go to sleep yet. So if I get it done in the morning, I'm more productive and more aware, as well as like, I guess, more alert. Because for me, when I get it done in the morning, I feel much better, because especially if I finish before noon or like sometime in the afternoon, I just feel great. And my days feel longer compared to when I do things in the evening that I could have done earlier in the day. It kind of stresses me out if I leave it towards the evening, my evenings, but this is just how I operate. I'm aware that everyone has different like productive times, like when you're more productive, but make sure you're like keeping track of when you're the most productive, when you get the most things done, when you're most focused, because this will help you with one, getting your tasks, your things completed more efficiently and less time consuming. So you'll get everything done quicker because you're doing everything on your list when you are the most beneficial in doing them. So for me, I would do in the morning. You may do in the afternoon or evening, or in the morning as well. So yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to talk about like how like the different types of planners and to-do lists. This may not be every like to-do list, every planner. This is just the few things that I've been like exposed to, like aware of. That's the word. So for like school, keep saying like a lot. I apologize for that. I just got this planner from like either Target, or it was Target. But you could find these at like anywhere, even in like a CVS or a Walgreens. It doesn't have to be this big. I just prefer this because I do have 8 classes and I just write my assignments under each day. And like I said, there's 8 lines, so that's very helpful. 8 lines for each day, and it's very helpful for me because that's exactly how many classes I have. And so this is how I keep track of my assignments, so I don't have to remember them, or in the evening, I'll be like, so I don't have to be like, do I have any homework? And this just keeps me organized for school, and I put all my school-related information into this planner. While I have been trying, so one way to do a planner is by just buying a planner and doing it yourself, and doing it like that. Another way is by buying like a notebook, and you could just have a planner where you can like create a planner that you could possibly buy at the store, just hand make it, and it doesn't have to be any fancy, it doesn't have to be decorative, but with creating a planner, there's like different types when you do it from scratch. So this one I have here is actually like a bullet journal. It is a bullet journal where I have different pages for like different things. So this is like my year yearly long thing where I color in every day that how it was. And I started this in February, but I left spaces for January just to like, I'm not sure why I did that, but I recently haven't been doing this just because with everything going on in my life, but that's totally fine. And there's like different pages that you could create, and I just personalize it to my own benefits. And every month is not the same. Like February, I had some few things, while in March, I changed it up. And then, like, for me, I didn't have time to create an April, so I'm just skipping April, and I'm just going to go back and fill out the first page, and that will be my work for April. But if you want to see a video of how to create a bullet journal or like what my pages look like, be sure to comment that down below, and I'll be sure to make a follow-up video about this. Another is, so those are like the planners that I'm aware of. And another for the to-do list, you could also have a scratch sheet of paper or a notebook. And you could just write to-do list, the day, and just write down everything you need to get done. And you could just check it off or cross it off when you complete the things. And if you want, you can also like number which ones need to get done. Like number your list, which ones you need to get in the order that you need to get it done. Like the most you need to get done to the least. I'm sorry about that. Or you could do like a game, point game system where you have everything you need to get done for that day. You count up the total amount of tasks or things that you need to do. And you do that the first thing before you start doing any tasks. Write down the total number of things that you want to get done that day. And by the end of your day, throughout your day, keep track which ones you have done and which ones you still would need to complete. And at the end of your day, you will just count up how many things you have completed, and you'll take that number and divide by the total, and that'll be like your percentage for the day. So yeah, I don't know. So for me, that motivated me for some point in time for like 6 months, and then I kind of forgot to. My days started getting more busier the more closer to like end of semesters, and especially right now when I'm about to take, like, it's almost the end of the school year, so it's getting more busier for me. So I haven't had time to do the point game because it does take some time, because you have to write down everything you need to get done and then check off everything that you have completed. And for me, I just need to use that time for other things. I will most likely go back to it, because when I did do it, it was really efficient, because in a way it did motivate me, and my mind was more clear due to the fact that I knew where the things I need to get done were located, other than my mind, like the piece of paper or the planner I use. So yeah. So thank you for joining me here today for this live stream. And if you do want to see what a bullet journal looks like, be sure to comment that down below, and please subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live, and be sure to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you all next time. All right, guys? Bye.